Have you ever wondered how the world of banking came to be as we know it today? Let's journey back in time to the 14th century, to the verdant hills of Tuscany, and the humble beginnings of a family that would forever transform the face of finance. Yes, my friends, we're talking about the Medici family. Born in the rustic agricultural district of Mugello, the Medici were initially far from the corridors of power. Their days revolved around the rhythm of the seasons, the planting and harvesting of crops, and the simple pleasures of rural life. Yet, their story is not one of remaining in obscurity, but of ambition, resilience, and strategic alliances. As Florence began to flourish in the early Renaissance, the Medici family decided to move from their pastoral life in Mugello to this bustling city. And what a move that turned out to be. With the city teeming with opportunities, they wisely chose to get involved in the local guilds, the medieval equivalent of our modern-day trade unions. This step might seem mundane, but it was a crucial stepping stone on their path to power. Their involvement in these guilds wasn't just about making a living. It was a strategic move that allowed the Medici to build relationships with influential figures, expand their network, and gradually climb the social ladder. Their work ethic was second to none. Whether it was in the fields of Mugello or the guild halls of Florence, the Medici worked tirelessly, earning the respect and trust of their peers. In time, this reputation and their strategic alliances opened the doors to a new venture: banking. It was a bold step fraught with risks, but the Medici were never ones to shy away from a challenge. They embraced this opportunity with the same vigor and determination that had brought them from the fields of Mugello to the heart of Florence. And thus, the stage was set for the Medici to step into a world that would forever be changed by their presence. Join us in the next scene as we delve into the rise of the Medici Bank. From humble beginnings, greatness often springs. The story of the Medici Bank is no different. This banking behemoth was born out of the vision of one man, Giovanni di Bicci de' Medici. A savvy businessman with a knack for identifying opportunities, Giovanni saw uncharted territory in the world of finance and decided to plant his family's flag firmly within it. He established the Medici Bank, propelling his family from relative obscurity into the limelight as one of the premier banking families of their era. But the rise of the Medici Bank wasn't just about having the right family name or the right connections. It was about pioneering innovative banking principles that would revolutionize the financial world. One of these principles was the use of bills of exchange. This was a game changer, allowing merchants to trade without the need for physical money to change hands. Instead, they could use these bills as a promise of payment, making transactions smoother and trade flourish. Another groundbreaking principle the Medici Bank introduced was double-entry bookkeeping. This ingenious method of recording both credits and debits for each transaction brought a new level of accuracy and accountability to banking. It was like a compass in the vast and often tumultuous sea of finance, guiding the Medici Bank away from the rocks of financial mismanagement and towards the shores of prosperity. These innovations weren't just clever tricks or gimmicks. They were the building blocks of a financial empire, the foundations upon which the Medici Bank would rise to become one of the most powerful and influential institutions of its time. Giovanni's vision, combined with these innovative banking principles, set the stage for the Medici Bank's meteoric rise. It was a potent blend of innovation, ambition, and financial acumen that propelled the Medici family to the forefront of banking and forever changed the face of finance. With a keen understanding of finance and an eye for innovation, the Medici Bank was set to revolutionize the world of banking. Every empire has its golden age, and for the Medici Bank, it was under the leadership of Cosimo de' Medici. Cosimo, a man of incredible foresight and shrewdness, took the helm of the banking empire in the mid-15th century, steering it to unimaginable heights. He expanded the bank's influence across Europe, establishing branches in key cities such as Rome, Venice, and Geneva. But Cosimo didn't just stop at banking. He realized that the real power was not in the gilded coins, but in the influence they could buy. Cosimo de' Medici cleverly used the bank's wealth to weave himself into the fabric of political power. He became a master puppeteer, pulling the strings of the political landscape not through force, but through strategic alliances and financial influence. His method was subtle yet effective, earning him the unofficial title of ruler of Florence, despite never holding an official office. But his ambitions stretched beyond politics. Cosimo was a passionate patron of the arts, and he used his wealth to transform Florence into a cultural epicenter of the Renaissance. He commissioned works from the greatest artists of the time, including Donatello and Fra Angelico, and his patronage played a pivotal role in sparking the artistic revolution that defined an era. Yet it wasn't just about splashing money on canvases and sculptures. Cosimo believed in the power of knowledge and education. He founded the Platonic Academy, giving scholars a space to exchange ideas, debate philosophies, and drive intellectual advancement. In essence, Cosimo de' Medici was not just a banker, but a visionary who used his wealth to shape the world around him. His legacy is not just in the coins he minted or the bank branches he established, but in the cultural renaissance he sparked, the political landscape he manipulated, and the intellectual discourse he encouraged. Cosimo de' Medici was not just a banker, but a visionary who used his wealth to shape the world around him. But every journey has its trials, and the Medici were no exception. As their banking empire grew, so did the challenges. The Medici Bank faced its fair share of political conflicts. Being the financial powerhouse of the era, the Medici family was often caught in the crossfire of warring Italian states. Each political upheaval was a dicey game of survival, but the Medici were adept players. They navigated these tumultuous waters with strategic alliances, shrewd diplomacy, and when necessary, a well-placed bribe or two. Economic crises were another hurdle. Banking in the 15th century was a high-risk business with variable interest rates, unreliable debtors, and fickle markets. The Medici Bank, however, was not just another financial institution. They innovated, pioneering the use of bills of exchange, partnerships, and holding companies. These practices spread the risk and allowed them to weather financial storms that sank lesser banks. Then there were the succession disputes. When Cosimo de' Medici passed away, it wasn't just the end of an era, but the beginning of a power struggle. His son, Piero, and later his grandson, Lorenzo, had to fend off challenges from within the family and outside. Yet they held firm, proving that the Medici Bank was more than just the vision of one man. It was an institution, a legacy. But let's not forget the resilience of the Medici. Each challenge they faced, they turned into an opportunity. The political conflicts helped them expand their influence. The economic crises led to banking innovations that are still in use today. The succession disputes solidified their legacy and the continuity of their banking empire. In the face of adversity, the Medici showed that their true wealth was not just in their coffers, but in their indomitable spirit. The Medici did not just leave behind a banking empire, but a legacy that continues to shape our world today. This family, through their ingenious banking principles, transformed the very nature of banking, laying the groundwork for many modern practices. They pioneered principles such as holding deposits, offering loans, and even foreign exchange. From the grand halls of Wall Street to the digital corridors of fintech, the Medici influence is unmistakable, but their influence was not confined to banking alone. As patrons of the arts, they left an indelible mark on the cultural landscape of Florence, fostering a renaissance that still captivates the world. They supported artists like Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci, whose works remain timeless masterpieces. In the realm of politics, too, their savvy strategies and power plays shaped the course of history, birthing a dynasty of rulers and even two popes. The Medici may have faded into history, but their legacy lives on, a testament to their enduring impact. So intrigued by the captivating tale of the Medici family? Their rise from humble beginnings to banking magnates isn't just a story of wealth and power, but also a testament to the resilience, ingenuity, and perseverance that underlies the world of banking. The Medici's legacy echoes through the centuries, and their principles continue to influence modern banking practices. Now imagine what other riveting tales are waiting to be unearthed from the annals of banking history. Stories of ambition, innovation, and resilience, stories that can inspire us, make us ponder, and sometimes even make us laugh. This is just the beginning. We've got a treasure trove of fascinating narratives to share, from the rise and fall of great empires to the birth of revolutionary financial concepts. So stick around because this journey through the history of banking is far from over. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to continue exploring the fascinating world of banking history with us. Until next time.